Hey, what's up, guys? It's BOG here. Welcome to the next part of GTA 5. We're going to do two different collectibles, which is the scrap letters right there and the submarine parts. So let's do this. Here's our first one. And for your information, I accidentally collect another one in a past part, but I'm going to still show the location. But anyway, the next one is on top of something, so let's go get a helicopter. Oh yeah, look in the distance, the Coquette Classic. This is where you can find a Coquette Classic near the Devin Weston hangar, even though he's dead. And then here's a helicopter. I'm not sure that's my personal one. Probably not. Just probably a random one that spawns. But let's use it. I'm probably gonna switch to a buzzer. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The first one is located under here. You should see it. It's right near the subway entrance to the airport, and you'll see cops patrolling there. Alright, here it is. I was like up a level. It's down here. Alright, that's 2 technically, even though it's 3. Alright, let's move on. Okay, next one's on this boat here, the tugboat. Alright, let's climb aboard. Come on, Franklin, quit messing around. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, here's our next scrap letter. Located here. Thank goodness I can climb back up here. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, y'all, the next one's in a train tunnel. Oh, great. Alright, train tunnel. It's under this tunnel here. Alright, I'm gonna go speed up until I get to it. Hope my helicopter's still there. Come on! Oh, there it is. God, it's very far. So it's in this area. Alright. Well, let's take a train ride to get out of here. I'll be back, y'all, for the next one. I need to grab the buzzer. Buzzer time. Let's get to the next one. Alright, y'all, the next one's on some abandoned bus at this scrapyard property you could buy. Okay, we're looking for a bus. Right there. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next one's on some island. Not too far from here. Which is over here. Let's get there. That's where you get. It's best to have a helicopter. There it is, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Alright, y'all. Next one's on the dumpster right in front of this mega mall. Y'all know where it is. Right near Grove Street. There it is. It's in the trash. Oh yeah, one more thing. Hold on. Double knockout. Alright, next one is one behind one of the houses in Grove Street. Let's get there. There it is. Behind that dealer house. Where Trevor and Lamar and Franklin was doing a deal and guy ripped them off. Yeah, that's the place. All right, let's move on now. I like that tornado over there. Alright, y'all, the next one's right here. Or you when you switch to Trevor, he spawns here. Right near the garment factory. And what? Oh, on the wrong side.
Well?
Yeah, you better run. Think you all tough and big and bad, but you're a bitch. Get out of here. Alright, next one. Next one's on the crane, so we probably got to bail out of this thing. Because I ain't climbing all the way up there. Screw that. Yep, I see it right there. Yeah, I ain't climbing all the way out there. So let me go a little higher and then jump out. Oh yeah, that's the location, by the way. In case y'all wondering. What are the odds of land there? Oh. Come on. Really? I was right there and then he decided not to stay. Oh, okay. We'll try that again. Okay, here's a plan B. I'm gonna climb from that angle right there. Because I ain't gonna climb from all the way from the bottom. That's a long way. I did that before with the parachuting. I ain't doing that again. So yeah, this is the way I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop down here. There we go. I'm scared if I make one trip mistake, I'm gonna fall to my death. Even with the parachute. But anyways, yeah, this is the way I probably should have done it before. Because I ain't starting to climb from the bottom. That takes too long. Alright, we got it. That one can be a bitch. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, the next one is at the end of the storm drain. I hope I better get back in that buzzer, because I'm going to need that. Probably on the other side. Let's climb over here. There it is. Okay, next one's at near the Diamond Casino. But anyway, that's the location right there. The one I just collected.
What about you?
Alright, let's go to the next one, Diamond Casino. It ain't too far. Okay. There's one scrap letter in this one of these seats here, so I'm gonna land the buzzer right here, just to be safe. Thank God there's stairs. There it is. I bet that blimp been there since I tried to do that Davy thing. But I thought it'd be a Pacific character because I called the blimp with Michael. And let's move on to the next one. Is that a scrap letter? Yep. Kind of blends in, but it's over here. Near some motel. Alright, next one's at this construction site where you meet Devin Weston. I fought the law mission. Yep, same construction site. So it's down here. That thing big enough to be a grave. Alright, next one. Next one should be right there. Got it. I could barely see it, but I got it. What was that? Okay, next. And it's in this location, by the way. Okay, y'all, the next one, you're gonna need a boat for that, so I'm gonna grab this Jetmax here, or I can call it my personal boats. Let's get the Toro. Alright, let's go get that. No, oh my god, why you keep sitting in the back seat? I want to get in the driver's seat. There it is, right there. Gotta say, this boat had good brakes. Alright, got it. Alright, let's get back to our buzzard. God, I love that horn. It sounds like the bus in GTA 3 and Vice City. Yeah, it's a perfect horn for a bus. Alright, next one should be in the skateboard park, the beach. Yeah, well-known area here. There it is. Alright, next one should be here. In this location, right near the Ferris wheel and all that. Okay, you gotta climb up somewhere. There it is. Already got cops. But it don't matter because I'm gonna lose them anyway. Alright, next one. Alright, next one should be right here. On the side of the film studio that Michael liked to be at. There it is. Alright, y'all, next one should be at the cemetery on this little island here. Okay. Very appropriate place. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, y'all, the next one's on this maze here. Yeah, this place is gonna play a role in the next GTA Online update. Cannot wait to see the trailer and possible new vehicles. I don't expect a lot, but hopefully something cool. I hope some of my high requested cars on my feedback page that I did actually come to life. You know, a classic Vapid Bullet or FMJ, whatever. I think it's better if they call it Bullet. Damn. where am I gonna land this damn thing? Okay, I guess I'm about to land up here because they really don't give me no room to land. I really hope that Heights is decent and not repetitive like Kyle is. And the reason why Kyle is repetitive because they keep nerfing the shit. That's why I haven't done it in years. I just focus on, you know, businesses. Because I don't want to deal with headaches from other players either. Like Diamond Casino. But here's another scrap letter. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, next one is at this country club. Very popular where Mr. Chang is at. Where you kill him in the C ending. Ironically, I'm playing as Franklin. But this is the nicest part of the map I like. Right here. It sure do give me Vice City vibes. Even though this is the West Coast. I know some pools in GTA 6 gonna be insane. Alright, scrap letter. Let's move on. Okay, next one is right there. Alright, halfway there, and it's located here. Alright, we're going to have to grab some land vehicle. Our helicopter's about to die. I'm gonna risk flying that thing any farther. Alright guys, the next one is at this house here. Where sometime when you switch to Trevor, he'd be at that location right here. Alright. In that little room right there by the pool. And I also got me a fresh buzzard, because I ain't gonna risk flying that other one. But you know how much I hate when engines dies on aircrafts. It's annoying. I'm saying 6, don't bring that back. Rockstar. Alright, next one should be at the Vinewood sign. Alright, Vinewood. It should be right there on the eye. Yeah, this location.
Hey.
I like how it started with VI. You know, that's a parody of GTA 6 logo. Or Vice. Alright, next one. Okay, right here, guys, I accidentally collect that one in a past part, but it's located here. In case y'all wondering. But I already collected it accidentally, so let's move on. I see the off-road road's still there. Alright, next scrap layer is near some mine. I see it. So yeah, it's located here, and I put my point of interest. So next time I want to go to mine, at least I know where it is. Yeah, it should be right next to the entrance. And speaking of that, I want to go in there and show y'all something. But this is for returning players only. Alright, let's get a gun with a flashlight. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder if it's still here, because I am a returning player. Oh, there it is, the body. Yeah, he's been here for a while now. So yeah, this is for returning players, by the way. In case y'all wonder like why they ain't spawning for you, maybe because you're not a return player. And what I mean by that, you've played from the PS3 or 360 and jumped to next gen, or the, you know, whatever. That's where you get the return player stuff. Anyway, let's move on with the scrap layers. I just want to show y'all that. Alright, next one is right here by this house, and there's a sign. Alright. There it is. I love how it glows so you can see it from a distance. Alright, next one. Alright, another one is right here. Right at this crane at this location here. Right there. Alright, let's move on to the next one. A little farther out, so let's get there. Alright, here's the next one on this island here. Right near where the B ending took place, where you killed Michael. Which is uncanon, by the way. Which is nice. Because otherwise we wouldn't get Michael on that Safe House in the Hills update. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. And another one ain't too far. It's in this cave here. I've been here before to collect the spaceship parts. Should be like in an island. There it is. Alright, 32 out of 50. Alright, let's go to the next one. Let's go back to Sandy Shores. Alright, next one's on this pool here. I remember I spotted when I was doing the hunt thing with Cletus. Alright, next one. Alright, in the airfield should be should be one on top of the rocks. This one. I'm pretty sure you can climb up there, but I recommend just get a helicopter. If you play as Trevor, you can just spawn that helicopter with whatever, but let's move on. Alright, another one is right here in this area where you do your first rampage that Trevor introduced you to. When you start as a new character, which I always find that cutscene so cool. Alright, next one. And it's located here. And another one is at this church here in the cemetery area. Kind of appropriate place too. Alright, we got 14 to go. Alright, next one is under this bridge here, near Fort Zancudo, in the ammunition. Alright, let's move on. Okay, here it is, y'all. Had a little trouble finding it. It's located right here. Alright, next. Alright, there's our next one. What a nice view. Yeah, it's right in this area, right near the parachutes. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Next one's down the that way.
Start, you piece of crap.
Man, I never heard that sound before. You only hear that online. I guess it's a single player thing. Alright, another one should be right here. Put a waypoint on it earlier. Somewhere, it should be glowing. Oh, right here. Okay. I said, get up there, Franklin. So we got 10 left to go. Don't be effing around. Alright, next one. Alright, this location. I do remember this a lot, especially gang attacks and stuff. Even G stash here. Okay, there we go. Move on to the next one. Next one should be in grapeseed. Alright, next one should be one of these things right here. You be careful, go, because I hate those bushes, man. They take control of your vehicle. I guess they try and put realism, but it's also annoying too, because it caused me to damage my helicopter. Got it. And we're almost done with this. We gotta do another collectible after this. Alright, next one is at the lighthouse, so I'm gonna have to leave my buzzer here. Or maybe I can land over there. Let's try that. I already done that, so I'm not. Oh crap. Almost got killed by the buzzard. I'm like hair inches away from getting blade chopped. Alright. It's 43. So this is where the lighthouse is located at. Right near a jet ski race. Alright y'all, there's two in this area, so I'm gonna show them both. There should be one right here on my waypoint. Right near Pleo Bay. Yeah, it's located here. Pleo Bay on top of the map. Okay, it's right here. Alright, another one's across the street, so let's get there. Yeah, I remember I catch a bail jumper here. The one that Trevor said looked like Santa Claus. Right here. Alright, let's move on to the next one. We got 5 left. Okay, the next one's right near the Beaker's Garage or LS Customs. It's some abandoned house. I found that when I was doing the that monkey collectible where you had to take a picture of it. I did it off camera because I don't think it was interesting enough to showcase it. Because all you get is an outfit. But I already found that one, and this is when the Ghosts Exposed take place. And let's move on to the next one. Alright y'all, next one's on top of this house. Pretty nice house looking.
Scumbag? Whatever. Hey, you lame, dog.
Get out of here, dude. You're not tough. You're a bitch. Oh crap, what are you doing? Franklin, come on now. I didn't even want to go down here. I was trying to go up the stairs. Instead, he climbs down automatically. They need to get rid of that in next GTA. Because it messed things up. Like, what if I'm trying to make a little jump and then I end up falling to my death? Anyways, move on to the next one. There's another scrap letter in the woods. Right near that mission where you say Lamar from the Ballas. Yeah, it's in that area. Alright, let's go on Mount Chiliad, because there's one up there. Yeah, my helicopter got damaged, so I'm not going to risk flying up there with that helicopter. So I'm just going to take the cable car to get up there. Alright, we're here. Go find that letter. It's somewhere up here. Oh, right there. Okay, we got one more left. Hope there's a dirt bike up here because I need some transport. Perfect. That's the problem with vehicle spawns. It never spawns when you need one. Final scrap layer is right near that camp. But you go up here where the radio is. And it should be one up there. Come on now. Okay. The killer identified, the identity and location have been revealed. Alright, it should be a green question mark. Yep, right there. All right, let's go meet him up, but let's come back when the weather's better. Alright, guys. So this is probably the killer of someone. We're gonna show that website in a second, but I'm gonna have to warn you, I'm gonna have to censor it. Because I don't want to risk a strike on YouTube. You know how their bot system is. It's stupid. Oh, it's multiple pages. Y'all can pause to read it, but I'm not going to read it. Alright, let's go back to Los Santos. In a better weather. Alright, guys. So we're going to confront the killer of whoever the name Johnson. We're going to show the website real quick. But, okay, move my webcam over here. Alright, let's go to the website. Just search up Johnson. You know, like Carl Johnson. Or killer was never found. So yeah, that's the website, and then oh, that's not a link. What's this? Okay. Yeah, I can't show that, y'all. That is very disturbing. Oh my god. Yeah. No. But yeah, let's confront her killer now. Let's do this. He drives a Landstalker. How ironic. Alright, should be in the backyard of this house. And also, hold on, move my webcam back over here now. Alright, let's confront the killer.
Love yourself. Hey, you Peter Dreyfus? I said it, you Peter Dreyfus.
Who are you? You want an autograph? No offense, but I'm not reading any screenplays.
Huh?
I mean, you're from the hood, right? You don't want to pick up the guns, because, like, if you pick up the guns, everybody dies. It's tragedy, pathos, tedium. I'm bored. Unless, you know, you're here to copulate.
I'm here to what?
People, they want to consume me. They always have. To touch the hem, you know, so to speak. And who's to hold that against them? I don't. Well, what time is it? I got a few minutes before my colonic, you know, if you want to suck me off, I wouldn't mind.
Motherfucker, do I look like I'm here to suck you off?
I don't know what you're here for, chum. You're like some barely credible deus ex machina sent here by random chance in order to challenge my impending divinity.
Man, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but guess what? I'm here for this, chum.
Hey, what's this about?
Do you know her?
Security?
What's her name?
Security, this guy's trying to rape me!
Leonora Johnson.
It's not what you think.
The one who pants you fucked over after you killed her just because you could.
How much you want? How much money you want?
I got enough motherfucking money, homie.
Amos, fuck you! I can do whatever I want. Those are the rules, civilian! Get away from me! I'm an artist! I'm not bound by the petty laws of the masses! It was Sullivan Richards, not me!
Damn!
Oh shit, that's the wrong gun. I thought I had the real gun equipped. See, this game like to mess with you, man. I had the rail gun equipped, but then I pull out a random machine gun. That's what happens when you get on the road, you stupid bitch. I was about to rail gun this guy, but the game messed with me. Alright, the killer down.
Say hello to Leonora, motherfucker.
Gold. Alright, let's do another collectible. Oh, achievement. Mystery solved. Okay, that was that bullshit because I had the railgun equipped before I start this up, and then I pull out a machine gun, messing me up. But anyways, let's switch to Michael. This next character you only do with Michael, so let's do this.
Hey, listen, babe, that was great. I gotta run now, okay?
All right, bye, babe.
So long.
Hey, look, Michael wears his retired criminal outfit.
My glands are actually kind of like improving.
Is that the same message? I don't know.
Oh, family! I'm home!
Okay, and I think you have to buy a property in order to start this next one, so let's put on a suit and get on with it. Alright, y'all, we're gonna do another collectible and another Stranger Freak. That's why I want to put them both in one video. Alright, you just buy this property. Cha-ching. Alright, we should get a blue question mark. Oh yeah, you can do a nuclear waste thing. I'm not gonna showcase that because all you get is like extra money from this business and also achievement, but I'm not gonna do it. Because it's not 100% completion requirement either. Okay, email. Yeah, like I said, I'm not doing that because it's not 100% requirement. Okay, let's just drive around and come back. It should spawn. Oh, there we go. Come on, really? Then I want to die, he somehow survived. Let's take the long way. Let's not take any shortcuts. That's what I get for taking shortcuts.
Hello? Can you help me?
Hello.
Hello. Thank God you stopped. Were you a fan of Frank Mathers?
Frank Mathers. The TV guy who used to do the shows about space until he became obsessed with undersea exploration? No, not a huge fan.
Frank was my husband.
By not a huge fan, I mean, not a huge fan as much as a fanatic.
He was a cruel and heartless man.
Well, like I said, I was not a huge fan.
But I loved him.
Didn't he leave his sick wife and 5 kids to run off with you?
We loved each other.
I'm sure he did.
And I'm penniless. Now, more or less. Well, Frank's submarine broke apart while he was trying to save the San Andreas white shark. But his body was never found.
You know, people thought someone tampered with the airlocks.
That's an outright lie. That was never proven. I love Frank, and Frank loved me, which is why we invested so much money in life insurance. If we could just prove that Frank was dead and that the airlocks weren't tampered with, I would sleep so much easier.
I bet you would.
I'll make it very worth your while.
Guess I could take a look.
Okay, give us a thingy. Nice one. Because I ain't gonna try that submarine. Can you even pick it up with the submarine? Okay, her name is Abigail. Okay, let's hunt for those pieces. Because I want to put them both together because they're kind of similar to each other. Anyway, let's find what the first one is. I gotta look at that. Oh Oh, it's green on the map. Cool. That make it so much easier. All right, let's get there. Oh, look at the map, y'all. At least they did that. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, y'all automatically put on the scuba diving. Dive on the water, Michael. What are you doing? Okay, that's what they look like. Thankfully, only 30. But hang on, did it find something else down here? I wish I had that other scuba diving suit where you swim faster. That you wear on the monkey business mission. Man, that is super deep. Is that the last one in this area? Because there's multiple different areas. Yeah. Well, at least we got 1/10 away. Alright, let's go to the next area. Alright, that's one area. That's pretty cool. They give you a scuba diving gear. Okay, let's find what the next one is. I guess they only appear on the map if you get close. Oh, hold on, let me get in the boat first. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's get there. Alright, we're in the next area. Oh, I see sharks. That's not a good sign. Looks like we gotta avoid sharks. Oh, hold on, man. Okay. Alright, we should be able to safely get down here now. But yeah, I do like this collectible because it's pure on the map for you. You don't have to follow a guide just to get to them. Because some of them you'd be like, where is it? And then you'd be like, oh, there it is. You know, I wish I had that sprint system like in online where you just hold down A and your character run full speed. I wish they brought that over in a single player. Oh, I'm stuck. Come on. That's the last one, right? No, there's more. Hey, at least I got rid of the shark, though. Damn, there's a lot in this area. Okay, this gotta be the last one. Wait, where is it? Okay. Alright, let's get back to the dinghy boat. Oh, look at that laser landing. Alright, let's let's get back on the boat. Yeah, I like this collectible more than the other one. I wasn't not going to include in this video, but I might as well. But that's going to be it for Stranger Freaks. And there's a police boat. Alright, next one. And there's another shark. Where is it? Okay, it's dead. Because I had no defense when I'm underwater. So that's why you want to get rid of it. Yeah, knife is there, but it ain't gonna do jack with a shark. Look at that tugboat. It looks like GTA 4's tugboat. Because it's always rusty. Okay. We're nearly 1/3 away. Oh, there's a weapon down here. What? I never see a weapon pickup underwater before. 1/3 away. And that's it. I was expecting more. Oh, what's that over there? Sticky bombs? Okay. Alright, let's go to the next area, y'all. Okay, the next one is very far. So I'm gonna cut to when I get there. And that was a long drive, y'all. But we're coming up to the next area. Okay, I don't see no red dots. Yeah, always look out for sharks. That's it? Just one? Okay. Alright, let's go to the next one then. Of course it is. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let's find out where that one is. Hey, I'm really far away from my boat. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all when I get to the next one. Probably gonna get really dark down here. But at least the sonar tell you where the thing are, so I'm just gonna go on with it. Pretty sure there's only one here too. Let's go get it though. Dolphin. Yep, I was right. But we got 11 to go. See a shark. Or killer whale. But I'm gonna kill it anyway. Just in case. And more to go. 2/3 done. Where is it? Oh, right here. Yeah, I remember in the past I saw this. I'm like, what is that? Now I know what it is. Look like a crashed plane. Finally, some multiple pickups. 6 more to go. Alright, here's the next one, y'all. Make sure I look out for sharks or anything. Yeah, let's finish this one, then we're gonna meet up this lady again. Oh, there it is. My God, I'm losing my patience with this. Well, the next one better have 3 left. Or this is the last one, I don't know. What is that? Oh, weapon pickup. It's so weird to see a weapon pickup underwater. Oh, there's one. There's more. All right, we got 2 left to go. Come on, Michael. God, the swimming underwater can be complete ass, and you can get stuck too. Remind me of that stupid CEO crate mission where you have to get the crates underwater. That mission sucks, man. Alright, this should be the last 2. I hope it's last 2. Watch, it's gonna be just 1. That was quite a long drive, man. Up shark. Okay, I think that's the last 2 I see it glowing. I hope that's not bite armor. Okay, good. Whew, we got them all, y'all. All right, let's go meet up that lady again. Yeah, that was much quicker than that scrap thing. I saw a yoga up here. Might as well go take a look and see what that is about.
Hello?
So, I think I got the pieces from Frank's sub.
You did. That's wonderful news. Can you meet me back on the pier at Polito Cove?
I can, but the thing is, well, I'll tell you in person.
Alright, let's go meet her up. A good dirt bike. I need some wheels to get out of here. But what is that yoga? Oh, it's a yoga mat. In the middle of nowhere? Okay. But I'm not doing that. Alright, let's meet Abigail and end this off, because I've been recording over 3 hours. But I gotta figure out what I'm gonna edit down to. But there's times I went AFK. I'm probably gonna die, y'all. I gotta say, this radio thing really does help. Oh! Thanks, Greenwood Sheriff. Alright, let's see what Abigail had to say. Oh crap. I'm gonna hit something. Alright, there we go.
Hey,
Alright, what you guys say?
found it. Well, here's the good stuff.
You precious, precious man.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, I think the airlocks were tampered with.
No, that's just normal wear and tear. It may surprise you to learn that along with being a beautiful, finely put together woman, I am also an expert in nautical engineering and glass degradation.
Yeah, but I mean, look, it's... Oh. Looks like Frank tried to scratch a message in with his last dying breath. It says, someone tampered with the airlocks.
How can that be? My poor Frank. It must have been his ex-wife. Very bitter woman.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm not a detective, you know, but something doesn't ring true here.
No, I know. The police are in on it. I'm going to take this to the FIB. They'll know what to do.
Yeah, well, that's your business. Hey, whoa! Said you're gonna make it worth my while.
Yes. This should be plenty for your time and discretion.
It's $10.
Oh. Here's a signed photo of Frank. He was a lovely person. You would have been great friends. He loved his fans. I've got to get going to the FIB, I mean.
Nah, she
fucking
running.
Kidding me?
Well, here's something. Frank sent his regards. There we go. Alright, that's it, y'all. For those collectibles. And I think that's the last collectibles I'm gonna do on this playthrough. I know that, and there's a nuclear waste for this property, but I'm not doing it. Not really that much of a reward. But anyways, let's go back to Santos and leave off here. And $10? Man, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, it was a tough day at the office. Thanks for asking.
I had to drive all around the map in a circle just to get those damn sonar things. Alright, I'm gonna leave off here. I'm gonna see y'all next part later, guys.